So let's see what happens. Oh, you've got two aces here. You have the Ace of Cups as well as the Ace of Wands as your culmination card up there. So let's start at the Ace of Cups. And you know, the aces are hands of God. Cups are about new love. Could be a birth of a child or a soulmate. Cups are about feelings, and aces are the highest form of the cups. So it does feel like some love, new love is coming into your life. And for those of you who are already in a committed relationship, this usually means taking a step up in your current relationship or changing the way that you do things, changing the way you love. But this looks like something you've been looking at for a while, and now you are facilitating those changes, Gemini. So congratulations. The Seven of Swords is here, and this is basically a fear card. It can mean that how you did approach things, more protecting your heart, protecting yourself, and being fearful. This feels like that has shifted somehow for you in the love arena, that you are trusting yourself, trusting your judgment, and this orange is lighting up here. So it does feel like you have healed a lot of those pains, heart pains from the past. And this doesn't necessarily have to be a sexual relationship. This can be just a very deep love relationship. So this may be your children, your parents, your siblings. For the most part, this does feel like you have taken a step up in your havingness and changed the way that you intimately love. So that is what's going on there. The Justice card upside down, we briefly talked about that. That is when some wrong is being made right. It is upside down, so this does feel like you may be still dealing with some pain from the past that is right above the heart space. So this may be what's standing in your way of your havingness, is kind of re-going over the steps and the pain of the past. So it does look like fear is involved here, and if you can put that fear down, that will help you make that adjustment into welcoming this new way to love. But it does feel like that you are completing something that has kind of been out of balance for a while. So this just may have been, you may have been single for a long time and maybe in fear, or maybe not expressing yourself to your partner as much as you wished you could. So it does look like that shift is happening right now, and that you are finding your words and finding a little bit more of your certainty around love and trusting yourself a little bit more. What is happening in the, look like it happened in the near past, is the King of Swords. And kings, you know, they're pretty exalted. Swords are usually high thinking, intellectual, can be cutting words. But for the most part, these kings, they remind you to speak with authority, to speak with kindness. And, you know, the sword is, the King of the Swords is one of great strength and authority, and also is kind of has intricate mental work and communication. He can be the teacher as well. So this may mean that you have gone through something that required great strength and integrity. This does feel like something that was brought to you from the work position, that you had to maybe give somebody bad news or stand in authority in a position that you normally don't. Or it may mean that you might have gotten a raise or acknowledgement for your strength and doing the right thing. But it does feel like it is along the work and career. So you may have gotten a raise, you may have taken a step up in your knowledge, or just added to your tool chest of information. But it does look like you had to take the hard stance in something, and that it did go better than you felt it would go. But it does feel like you had to do some hard work around a subject that maybe others were avoiding. So that is in the past position. So you're moving out of that. The Three of Cups is here in the present time. And the Three of Cups is It reminds us to go out and have fun, reconnect with the people that we love, that we feel very comfortable around. You know, this is enjoying life a little bit, putting down the tools of labor and really getting a little sunshine on your face, Gemini, and exploring the world a little. So it does look like a lot of your hard work has been paying off, but it does feel like you need a little rest, a little vacation, and this may be actually traveling. The Two of Wands is right here, and usually that depicts, it can depict travel, foreign travel. So it does feel like you are either arranging to or getting down to hanging out with some friends and enjoying your leisure time a little bit more, not so much work. So the Two of Wands, as I said here, this is looking out in the distance. Sometimes it can be making a choice between two places, but for the most part, it does feel like you'll be traveling somewhere. If you're in the Western Hemisphere, it is summertime, so it's time we travel a lot here. But it does feel like you're making a choice and you're looking out into the distance at something that you've wanted to do, someplace you've wanted to visit for a very long time, and it looks like you're really close to creating that or manifesting that. You may have already, you know, put some down payments on your place of choice, and it does look like it is coming into focus for the future. So that looks like a much needed vacation or a much needed bit of breath of fresh air. The Four of Pentacles is here, and the Four Pentacles kind of dictates that you isolate yourself a little bit. So be careful not to isolate yourself so much, Gemini. I know it is kind of your bent to go out into the world and then come in and hide a bit. So it looks like you may be doing that right now, kind of gathering your information, gathering your strength. So don't be afraid to come out and get some sunshine on your face a little bit, but it does look like you've been kind of isolating yourself a little bit, and that will stand in your way of the movement that is being dictated for the positive change coming up for you. The Seven of Cups is here. This can be a very dreamy card. This can be redoing your bucket list. It also can be kind of another avoidance card of not really looking at how things truly are. You know, you kind of look at them at how you wish them to be instead of how they truly are. It is on top of the Four of Pentacles, so this may be adding to that kind of overthinking here. We have the King of Swords. That's kind of the intellectual, or it can be the overthinker as well, can stand for you as also. But the Seven of Cups kind of encourages you to step out into the sunshine, take a look at what's really going on so you can resolve things from a place of awareness instead of how you wish them to be. It does look like you are currently in the middle of that process, kind of shifting gears and maybe changing the way that you do things. So it doesn't happen overnight. Be patient with yourself, Gemini. You may revert back to the same problem solving that wasn't working. Just be aware to push through that and try something new. The King of Wands is here. This may stand for a person. Wands are fire. That's Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. And the Wands, this dictates movement. This can also be status. This can be wealth. This can be influence, honesty, and good fortune. It also kind of tells us to be fair-minded while dealing with conflict, through resolution. So, but this does feel like this is a person, the King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So this may be someone that has kind of been out of your awareness for a while, that is re-entered into your life. This does feel like someone from the past. This can be someone that you went to school with, worked with previously, someone you were in relationship with, or a good friend you haven't spoken to or seen in a long time. So this does look like you are giving a helping hand to this person. The King usually is someone over 40 or very wise, but it does feel like someone very familiar to you. This is not a new relationship. This does feel like a revisitation of an old relationship. And it does feel like this person is someone that you have helped in the past, and they have helped you as well. So it does feel like they need some good advice from you, or just, a shoulder to cry on. It doesn't look like this is anything to do with money or neediness or kind of pulling from your time. This does feel like a genuine, authentic relationship that has just started again, is what it feels like. But it does feel like your expertise and your knowledge is needed with something that they are going through. The Ace of Wands is the culmination card here. Of course, aces are hands of God. This is our karma cards. Wands kind of dictate some motion. So aces really kind of are the things that have a hand. God's hand has a hand in things. It is what is supposed to happen. So this feels like it is the beginning, can be a beginning of a business enterprise, a creative enterprise, or like an idea that is sparking into fruition. Usually wands, they happen very quickly. They kind of dictate motion. So you may be kind of toppled off of your awareness in the beginning. But I think it will bring positiveness, good light to you. But it will be something right straight out of the clouds, kind of very much a surprise to you. So the Eight of Swords is on one side. You're feeling kind of trapped and need something to kind of wake you out of this little storm that's been going on. So something quick and something right out of the stars is kind of what you need to get you out of this Eight of Swords feeling trapped place. This does feel like it has to do with work. So this will be either an opportunity or something that you've been working on for a while. And Temperance is on the other side. So finding your balance through this. Don't allow yourself to spin in the beginning. It will be fast and furious. But for the most part, it will bring positive changes to your world. So finding your balance, not being harsh or judgmental for yourself or the journey is probably the better part of valor here. So that is your general reading for the month of June. If you like what you heard, please like, share, and subscribe. Let me throw a couple of these cards here. These are the ethereal vision cards. I haven't used these in a while. Oops, there's one that jumped right out. So this says no, wait, postpone, pause, and say no until the right situation comes to you. And the second one is Council of Lights, divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realm. So don't be afraid to ask for help. Your angels are there. So whether they're the angels on the earth or the angels in the ethereal, don't be afraid to ask for what you need.